So this is daily, and the market has been relentless, right? I mean, just been going up in spite of the news, a bit of negative news coming over the weekend. Still, right, there was really not hardly any retracement. It just took the low and then expanded. So, given the momentum, given the trend, looking at this chart, 21684, and just before that, I think there are equal highs here, right? 6 4. So these three highs are in close vicinity, right here. If I draw them, 21616 to all the way to 21684, right? This is the draw based on this chart. Now, if we go to, like, this is the weekly one, right? Now, if you look at the weekly chart, the weekly is trading into this SIBI here, right? And I have graded these into quadrants. So it's still, if you look at the bodies are still below the 25%. Okay, and slowly as we see, this gets higher and higher, the close, right? All these quadrants, then, the all-time high will get in sight, right? So this is just to understand the measure, right? And just to look at the bodies in terms of where the close is, right? Um, so this is the weekly candle that has started to develop for this one. Now, interestingly, if you look at the 4 hour, right, one of the things that I have marked here is this SMT. And to me, this is a very important one. Let me just mark it. So, and then do we have an order block here, right? These three candles, and then there was this big gap. I'm leaving that behind. I'm just looking at these three consecutive candles. Okay, with so this is a bullish order block. Okay, so in fact, uh, uh, for today's trading session, um, a good retracement would be to this order block, and then the drawn liquidity that we were talking about, right? That's what I'm looking at for today's session. Okay, something like this. Um, you know, to now, even before it gets to the order block, okay, there is this as well, 347. So 347 is definitely a high likely target for today's session, potentially getting into this order block. And by target, I mean just the retracement target, right? So 347.75, and then potentially getting into this order block, right? And then expanding in the direction of the trend with a drawn liquidity, as we've talked about, starting from 21616.75. Okay, so that's what I'm looking for, right? And because there is an SMT and there's an order block, I will consider this as a high probable order block. All right. Now let's just get to 1 hour. 1 hour, we have this again, a fairly large fair value gap. I have graded that into quadrants, and this is the level, right? So and this is really not is the order block that we are talking about here, right, on a 4 hour. So this order block starts from right at about 307, and this is somewhere right here, right, the top. So it's coinciding. I mean, the order block on the 4 hour is actually starting pretty much from here, I would say, roughly from this level, right, all the way. So you see how these are, again, 4 hour, 1 hour, they're all in sync, right, as we would expect it to be. Um, so yeah, that's the I guess broadly the plan for today. That's what I'll be looking for. Hi, this is in continuation to the live market video that I was covering uh, earlier today in during New York AM session. So we were talking about we talked about few things. Number one, we talked about the drawn liquidity to be higher, which is 616.75, which is the next daily high. But then we also talked about what would be the right manipulation target before the price started to expand. And this is the order block that we were talking about, right? The 4-hour order block. And if we see, the price actually moved into this order block, completed the manipulation and started to expand higher, right? The same thing, if we look at on a 1-hour chart, for this dealing range low to the high, the price did come in to the discount of this dealing range, right? And then expanded higher. If I look at the same price action on a 15-minute chart, right? That's the manipulation we were in earlier today. And if you really think about this as an accumulation, then this is the real manipulation. And then now the actual distribution, right? So I just wanted to just talk about this, right? After the price action later today, especially in the PM session, sort of in line with what we talked about. So it's very, very important to note that whenever we have a draw on liquidity, which in this case is higher, a very clear draw, and we see this price action, right, of back and forth as an accumulation / consolidation, then we need to really look at a logical manipulation target before we can expect the expansion, right? As in the direction towards the draw on liquidity, which in this case is higher. So that's about it for this video, and I will see you in the next. Bye now.
Hey everyone, it's Dale here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like to trade alongside me and our team of prop firm funded traders every day, then click the link below the video and hop aboard. We are looking forward to trading with you.